Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I want to talk about Shadow for a little bit because there are tons of questions regarding the Shadow boost. Think of this video as me giving you my 4 months opinion on the boost tier. So basically, Shadow has three tiers. Number one, which is their entry level boost tier, the one that I'm using right now with Resident Evil. It has 12 gigs of DDR4 onboard memory RAM. They have a Quattro P5000 graphics card, which is equivalent to GTX 1080. And they have we don't know specifically what type of CPU. All we know that it's Intel. It's Intel, but what type of Intel CPU, we don't know. It's not like it's i5 or i7. It's pretty decently good CPU. All right. So that's the boost tier that you have on the Shadow. And clearly here you can see I'm running a on 1080p, everything maxed out. I'm running a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and it's in 60 FPS. Well, let's talk about the latency. Now, I do have my controller wired, and I would recommend for everybody not to use a Bluetooth, but to use a wired controller. It's just going to work better on cloud gaming services when you're using a wired controller. There is input lag. Obviously, it's impossible to have a cloud gaming service without some sort of an input lag, but it's not an input lag that's going to be anything higher than what you get on your console with the TV. It's really similar to what you get on your console connected to your TV. Okay? All right, roughly 22, 23 milliseconds response time, something like that. So it's not a terrible input lag. In terms of quality, it depends. When it comes to the quality, it really depends on stability of your internet. And I try to bring this up every single time I would cover Shadow. I would talk about the Shadow. I would tell people, depending on what your internet can handle, meaning stability. If you have a variable internet that goes up and down, and there's a bunch of pockets that goes up and down like a stock market, that's not stable. That means it's impossible for Shadow to keep that constant bit rate, or let's say 70 megabits per second or 50 megabits per second, to keep that constant bit rate, so that way you have something like this. Currently, at the moment, I have a stable internet, but once that thing drops down, once there are pockets, meaning the gaps, for the lack of a better term, that means that all of a sudden you're going to drop down in latency, higher input lag, and the quality is going to decrease. So internet, it's very important. Anybody out there who is interested in cloud gaming, you have to really consider one important fact, and that's the stability of your internet service provider. What type of internet service provider do you have? And I try to bring that up to everyone's attention when I talk about Shadow. Overall, Shadow boost tier really has impressed me. And I'm not saying this because I'm affiliated with Blade Shadow from France. I'm not saying that because of that. I'm simply saying it because I have tested it myself for 4 months. I paid for it. This is way before they affiliated me with their company. I have tested it myself. I've done, hypothetically speaking, I have done gigatrillions of live streams and videos on Shadow to show you, while I'm live streaming, how well it works. And I think I have proven that point, how well it works. And for an entry level boost tier, that you can have a computer and you can play it on your iOS device, you can play it on your Android device, you can play it on your Android TV device, you can play it on Windows, pretty much any phone, any tablet, any device, any TV that supports Android. The fact that you can play Shadow and take your games from your PC that you have, which is your PC, your Shadow, and take that experience with you everywhere you go, I think that's pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah. So that's the boost tier, and I'm very impressed what the boost tier can handle. Honestly, I did not expect the boost tier to handle Modern Warfare at the high settings, 60 FPS, 1080p. I didn't expect to see even this game to run at this kind of like a frame rate and speed. I didn't expect to have these kinds of results. And I've tested Grand Theft Auto 5, I've tested Red Dead Redemption 2. I have really tested tons of games. Those videos are out there. You guys can check it out. You guys can watch it. If you want me to give you some credibility, confirmation on that, you guys can watch that. Here, let me show you my controller a little bit here, so you can see the input lag here. It's just about the same as you would get normally on your console, on your Xbox, PlayStation console connected to your TV. It's pretty much identical milliseconds measurement, you know, like 21, 22. Sometimes it's 19, depending on, again, what type of settings are you using, how's your internet connection, all of these elements, obviously. Here, let me get a little bit closer so you can see it. When it comes to input lag, it's something that you will have to put the controller in your hands and try it out for yourself, basically. All right, let's go through this level a little bit. Let's kind of like play through this a little bit so I can kind of show you how it is. This is by the end of the game. I already beaten this game once. I played through it twice secretly. I didn't live stream it, but I played it through it twice to open some more costumes. They do have a moddings, just like they did on the Resident Evil 2 remake, and now with the Resident Evil 3 remake, they have the same thing. They get a bunch of different mods, but I don't know. I heard like using the mods can sometimes damage the game because you do have to implement similar technique that you're implementing, like with a rage hook for the Grand Theft Auto 5, for the LSPDFR. So it's kind of like the same thing. When it comes to modifications, you got to remember they're not tested. You're taking a risk, and you might get a bug, and you might have to reinstall the game. So think about that. You know, I don't care how much you want to see her nude, running around nude, but you have to think about, hey, getting those mods, I might catch a bug because it's not tested by the Capcom. It's not authorized by the Capcom. So therefore, there could be some issues. So at your own risk. I'm not advocating that you go ahead and get those mods. Do it at your own risk. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's do this level. I'm going to shut up here for a minute. I'm just going to play. So let's enjoy this a little bit.
Not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't
idea what you've just done?
Oh no, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to drop.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
You! Shoot him!
I can't. I'll hit you.
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
Carlos! No!
I always kind of sucked at this part in the game. Because you have to time it correctly.
Knew you couldn't pull the trigger.
You have to do it, you gotta do it right away. Alright, let's go again. Alright, let's do this again. I love this part of the game because it's like a cliffhanger where you have to time it correctly and hit it correctly at the right time. You cannot hesitate. You have to squeeze that trigger right away.
I can still catch him.
This is really me showcasing you just how well Shadow works. When it works, you almost forget that you are on a cloud streaming. Let's do this right. This is like a live, die, repeat, like the Tom Cruise movie. Live, die, repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh no, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to drop.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
Alright, so right here I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze that trigger. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
I can't.
Do it, do it,
I'll
do it.
hit you.
Come on.
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
Oh my god.
No!
Live, die, repeat again. Oh, Jesus. I screwed it up again. Alright.
Knew you couldn't.
Oh my goodness. Alright, let's cut this. Let's just get straight to it. I always had a problem with this. I swear to God. Every single time I had an issue with this. We're gonna skip through this scene.
I can still catch him.
Hold on. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna skip through this, and I'm gonna get this right. I know you guys are laughing your ass off. Believe me, I laughed my ass off too on this. Few times I did. All right, let's skip through this. Can we skip through it? Hold on. I don't think I can skip through it. Can I?
Promised you this, didn't I?
No, I cannot. I cannot skip. So we have to endure this pain one more time.
Oh no, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to drop.
It's like a Groundhog Day, right? Like a Groundhog Day, or Live, Die, Repeat. Live, Die, Repeat. Tom Cruise movie, man.
Shame you didn't
Edge of Tomorrow. By the way, they're making a sequel on it. from what I have heard. After the Top Gun Maverick, he's going to be working on that. And the Mission Impossible. I don't know, Mission Impossible, whatever number. All right, let's do this right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Shoot him!
All right, come on.
I
Come on,
can't.
come on, come on, come on,
I'll
come on,
hit you.
come on.
Do it! You have to! There's no other way. Take...
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Knew you couldn't pull the trigger.
Are you kidding me, man? This is embarrassing, guys. Live, die, repeat all over again. Guys, I don't know what it is, man. I just have a problem. I always, it's laughable. It's okay, man. I'm laughing as well. This shit is, it's hilarious. But remember, the whole point of this video is for me to talk about the shadow. But it is Live, Die, Repeat. I'm going to title this Live, Die, Repeat. Shadow, Resident Evil. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. Laugh, guys. Listen. Laugh your asses off, because I am laughing my ass off right now, big time. Oh, God.
We're not going to stop. Promise you this, didn't
Oh, God.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Let me move myself over here, man. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Hold on. Let me put myself over here.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
All right. Let's get serious here for a minute. Come on, come on.
Jill! Shoot him!
I can't. I'll hit you.
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
There you go. How hard was that? Look at the graphics, man. It looks really good, man. For a shadow, for a boost tier shadow, this looks pretty darn good, man.
What about him?
I mean, not bad.
Why'd you do it?
By the way, I played this entire game on Shadow. I finished the entire game on Shadow, just in case you guys are wondering. I played it the first time I did a live stream. I did it on Shadow.
Who are you working
I'll tell you if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
for? I don't mind a little detective work.
But please keep in mind, I'm running this at 70 megabits per second, maxed out bitrate, because I'm having a good internet today. If you got a good internet and they got you hooked up to a really good data center, you will experience this type of quality. There's no question about that.
Jill, you alright?
There he is.
It's finally over.
Raccoon City, RC. Very clean.
I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed.
Very clean, vibrant detail
Then and there, the ashes of
for a
Raccoon
shadow on a
City
boost
were
tier.
ashes too. I would end them once and for all.
And remember, if I'm doing this on a boost tier, imagine what I'm gonna be capable of doing on a Ultra 2080. And I don't know if you really need anything better than 2080 Ultra. You can still use Unreal Engine 5 with the 2080, man. You can still crank up all those graphics from the Unreal Engine 5. Infinite, it's really for those of you who just want to have the best possible fidelity, detail. And that's the whole purpose of that third tier. That gives you like future proof. Like, okay, you good. With the RTX Titan, you are really like, you're gonna be pretty much, listen, X Series X and PlayStation 5, they can't even hold a glass of water to the RTX Titan. Let's just be honest here, okay? In terms of sheer power and 32 gigs of RAM and ridiculous CPU cores that Infinite tier gonna have. So I'm really excited to see when they're gonna start implementing those two different tiers by the end of this year. Hopefully they can release it by the end of this tier, and they promised me they're gonna let me be open beta to test it, to see how it runs, and can't wait for that. And also they're working on virtual reality VR Shadow program as well. So I think Shadow has the potential to become this big thing, and I really believe in them. And I think there's a great value with Shadow. And that's why I have affiliated myself with them. I'm not going to affiliate myself with somebody whom I don't believe has a potential to be something great. And I see a great value with Shadow. One of the biggest value that I see with Shadow is the fact that you own your games. Even if this service somehow, God forbid, they sell their stock, somebody else buys them off, and they shut down the service, you still have your game. You're not losing anything. With Stadia, no one can guarantee me that those games, if the service goes kaput, goes out, unplugged, that I'm gonna get my money back. No one can guarantee you that. Just like Steve Perlman from the OnLive couldn't guarantee you that you're gonna get your money back. And guess what? I never got my money back from OnLive back in 2011, 2012. I never got my money back. And that's the risk you have to take with Stadia. I hate to break it to you, but that's the risk you have to take. I see a much better value here with Shadow. Alright, well there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just trying to give you my thoughts on the Shadow a little bit and give you a little demo example on how it is and how it runs. When Shadow works, it works really well, and I believe I have proven that with my videos. The videos that I have done. So I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to check out my previous video about the 16 personalities. I think it's a very interesting video for you guys to check out. And sorry today I'm not doing a live stream because I got some things I have to take care of. But tomorrow there will be a live stream. Tomorrow, guaranteed, there is a live stream. I will let you know. So I apologize about today, but tomorrow there will be a live stream. And absolutely, Thursday we're gonna live stream. Friday we're gonna live stream. So don't worry, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.